Neil.
Can I talk?
You can talk now.
Okay.
Okay, so what you're going to do is it's going to weigh you.
Yeah.
Don't move.
Come on, baby. Be nice to me. Whoa.
Okay, and then you're going to go ahead and lift these up.
Yeah.
And then do you know did you put your phone number in before?
No.
How did you?
I don't know. Maybe we did.
Yeah, it's usually.
I want to spend time with Oso. Oso. Oso, come here. Oso.
Okay.
Come here.
I'm sure.
Come here, wagging tail.
And this is you?
Yeah.
So, okay, now go ahead and hold out to the side. And then don't talk. Yeah.
Oso. Hey, that's him. Sit back.
You can do either. Yeah.
Look, Oso. How's the baby?
But I'm ready for you. He's good. He's big. He's cute.
Yeah.
He's like,
Is he sleeping through the night or no? Oh dear.
yeah, it's like every 2-3 hours. He's a big kid. He likes to eat. It's like horrible.
Oh no.
I'm like so exhausted all the time.
Yes. I hear that a lot from parents. It makes me kind of glad that I'm not one.
I'm stoked, but yeah, that's one thing that. So thanks for giving me all the details. I'll order that stuff today because I wasn't quite sure. Right. Because there was like multiple colors of Yamuna balls. I have a couple at home, so I'm
So you
familiar.
can put it back?
Yeah, you done?
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right.
Okay.
Excellent. Now
And
we're
what does
gonna-
that do? What's
So
this
basically,
machine called?
this machine is an InBody 770, and what it does is it sends electrical impulses throughout your body,
Okay.
and it measures your body composition, like what you're made of, as far as how much water's in your body, how much fat's on your body, how much skeletal muscle you've got,
Okay.
and it's going to tell us also, based on that, it's going to tell us your basal metabolic rate, which is how many calories you burn just being.
Just being.
Just being. That's right. So we're going to print it out, and then we'll analyze it. Oops.
Okay. We're gonna analyze it. I'm analyzing the camera right now. Perfect.
So it'll be a second to print.
I'll stand here and ask you questions, and you,
Okay.
when it prints it out, you can tell me.
Let me grab a clipboard.
Okay, I'm here today at Santa Cruz Core, getting an InBody test to see how my what the deal is in my body. Not that anybody wants to know, but I need to know. I want to know.
Okay.
Everybody should do this, shouldn't they?
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah.
And it doesn't take very long,
takes
and
2
it's
seconds.
painless.
Okay, how do I look?
You look, oh, how do you? Well, you look great, but like, how does it look on paper? Is what he's actually wanting to know.
Right.
Okay. So, do you know the difference between visceral fat and subcutaneous fat?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so visceral fat is, the way I think about it, is like a backpack on your organs, a backpack of fat.
Okay.
So it's the fat that's stored in your gut.
Yeah.
And then subcutaneous fat is the fat underneath your skin. It's the
Oh.
health. It's the way that you. If you're gonna store fat, you want it under the skin instead of on your organs,
Okay.
because then the organs kind of suffer and they are a little sluggish.
Right.
So we look at this, and this tells us where your fat is, and you are below the middle. So you are the low end of where your fat is stored. So if you look at this little graph right here,
Yeah.
you're on the low end. You're almost at the middle, but
that
not
good?
quite. So you are doing pretty well. You could get a little bit leaner.
Okay, I'm gonna get leaner.
You can get a little
I gotta
bit
watch
leaner.
what I eat.
You got to watch what you eat. Do you want to know what percentage body fat you are?
Yes.
Okay, so you are at 19.1% body fat.
Isn't that a
And
lot?
if you look here,
Yeah.
lean is under 10%, so you're like fair.
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 Oh my God.
So we need to get you into
What?
average, then low, then lean.
Yeah.
Okay?
Like my brother's lean, because he runs and runs and runs and runs.
But it could not, you don't, if you can't run, you can still be lean. It could be
Yeah.
like how you eat, right? You are what you eat. So what are
Yeah.
you eating? Do you drink a lot of alcohol?
No.
How much water do you drink?
Okay.
So all those things have an impact on your body fat and body composition.
So that's more of a, this is a diet thing.
And also the other way that you can work it is, you said cardio. So when your brother's doing a lot of cardio, he's burning calories. But
Yeah.
also when you lift weights, you do cardio, you
Yeah,
surf.
yeah.
But when you lift weights, that will also increase your basal metabolic rate and how much like energy you burn at rest.
So I
And-
want to be lifting weights.
yeah, because then that'll increase your metabolism and help you
Okay.
burn fat also.
Okay.
Okay, so what else this tells us is where you're storing your lean mass. So we can see, are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right.
Okay, I would have guessed that because you have more lean mass in your right arm. You're at 9.92
Okay.
pounds of lean mass in your right arm versus your left, which is only 9.3. So there's an imbalance there. Did you ever have any injuries on your right arm or left arm?
No.
Okay. And then the other thing is, are you goofy or regular-footed when you surf? I know
Goofy.
you do asymmetrical sports.
Yeah, goofy.
So you're goofy, so that
Yeah.
means your left leg's back.
Yes.
Which means that your left leg, in theory, should be a little bit bigger because you're putting a lot of weight on that left leg.
Right.
Okay, and that's right. That's what this is. But what this is, wait, so your left leg's back?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's interesting because your left leg is actually smaller. So I would have
Really?
guessed, based on how you stand, that it would be bigger. So did you have any injuries to your lower legs?
Yes.
Tell me about
Blood clot. I had the blood clot.
it. In what leg?
My right leg.
Your right leg. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a little imbalance. It's like over a pound of an
it's quite a
imbalance.
bit.
It's quite a bit. So do you ever have low back pain?
Yes.
And what do you think that's from?
Sciatica
Sciatica. On
Yeah.
what side?
on my right side.
On your right side.
Yeah.
Okay. And your right leg has a little bit more muscle. And so what I'm thinking is that because you have an imbalance from your left and your right, your pelvis is slightly off because the muscles are stronger or bigger on one side.
Right.
And so if the pelvis is off, then the nerves could be pinched and then
Okay.
you could get sciatica. So what we would do in looking at this is we would say, okay, well, we need to work on getting that left leg stronger and we need to balance out your pelvis. And then that'll help your sciatica. Does that make sense?
And once again, doing that, using weights again.
Yeah, you can use weights, but also
Yeah.
getting massage therapy to
Right.
help with the immediate pain and chiropractic with the
Right.
immediate pain. And then the
Okay.
long-term solution
Right.
is doing corrective exercise to help balance out where
Right.
the muscle distribution is.
Right.
And also what we do is we can look at range of motion. So this is telling me that there's a huge imbalance. Then what I would do is do an assessment where I could do range of motion and muscle length testing on your hips and lower legs and,
Yeah.
and middle back and
Right.
lower back. And then I could affirm what this is telling me, but more specifically I would be able to say, oh, your left hip is, tighter or weaker, and these are the muscles on the right side we need to release, and these are the muscles we need to
Okay.
strengthen.
All right.
So this is
Get
a good
that?
indicator. Okay, so you've
So
done
this is something. If you're going to join a gym, or even if you are at a gym working out, this is something you should do to begin with, so
Exactly.
you know where you're at.
That's right, and
Instead
you've
of just
done it.
walking in there, signing up, and start lifting weights,
Yeah, it gives you a baseline.
this tells you the direction that you need to go.
That's right, and you can work
Right.
out with us, or you can work out anywhere.
Right.
So you have lost almost 3 pounds since you've done this last, which is great. So you did a little, you did it like a couple weeks ago, not even a month, and you
Yeah.
lost already 3 pounds.
Yeah.
So that's excellent. And so you were at 19.4% body fat, and today you're at 19.1.
Okay.
So look at you go. You're already getting more out of the average and into, or out of the fair.
I'm on
into the
fire.
average. You're on fire. It's amazing. Okay, so Neil thinks that he needs to lose weight, and the
Yeah.
machine also gives us their opinion.
Yeah.
And so the machine says yes. You need to lose 9.9%
I need-
or 9.9 pounds of body fat.
I need to do 9.9 pounds of body fat.
Yeah. So when you're at home and you have a scale, you're like, okay, cool. It like gives me a number, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And it's more objective than like looking in the mirror because you look at yourself every day. So that's great, except for muscle weighs the same as fat does, and so if you're gaining muscle and losing fat, you may not actually see a change in the scale,
Right,
which is
okay.
why the InBody is so great because
Right.
with doing the InBody, you can
Right.
actually
And it
see the
takes
percentage change.
It takes 2 minutes, folks.
2 minutes, that's
Yeah.
it. Yep. Okay, so then we want to know, like, okay, you want to lose weight. How are you going to do it? You're going to do cardio. You're going to get on the board and do surfing. You're going to do strength training. You're going to get your lymph drainage and your, like, fat metabolism going by doing massage. You're going to be drinking more water. And you're going to eat differently. Right? Neil?
Yes, ma'am. I'm trying to do all those things right now.
You're doing great.
I'm trying to do
You-
those things.
hey,
Not I quit drinking.
And he, you know what? And he's not lying because we see it on the
Yeah,
results.
right.
He's-
It tells you.
Yeah, this is not him just like, giving me
Mathing
lip
off,
service.
right.
That's right.
Right.
So we're going to look at your basal metabolic rate. So basal metabolic rate is you just like laying in bed doing nothing. How many calories do you burn? So you burn a lot. You burn 2,008 calories by doing nothing. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our handy calculator and we're going to go, okay, well, we know that you don't just lay around all day.
No.
And you do exercise, but we're not
I
going to.
did a hot spin class today.
But we're not going to account for that. We're just going to account for the fact that you walk and stand and you know, go to the bathroom or whatever. Okay, so we're going to do 2008 times 1.2, and that's going to give us your total like resting metabolic rate, where you're not doing activity, but you're moving around. So that's going to be the amount of calories you burn a day.
Okay.
So I'm going to do, it's 2,400. Okay, so if you wanted to lose a pound a week or half a pound a week, we would adjust the calories accordingly. So how many pounds do you want to lose a week?
As much as I can, really.
Okay, so like
two, like the three was comfortable. I didn't feel uncomfortable doing.
Okay.
3.
So one of the things about you don't want to like as many as you can. Well, we could put you on a real calorie restriction, then you're just gonna binge, and like, what's the point, right?
Right.
So let's do something that's a little bit more sustainable, right? Where you weren't even counting your calories. So let's say you do a pound a week.
Okay.
And in general, guys tend to lose weight faster than women. So if you did a pound a week, that would be 500 calorie deficit a day without adding exercise. So to lose a pound, it's 3,500 calories in a pound. So you divide that by 7 and it's 500. So 500 calories a day, you want to do at a deficit. So if you're at 2,400, that means you're going to go down to 1,900. Okay, so 1,900, I'm going to write this down for you. So 1,900 calories would be your new goal of how you would eat. And so some people are super into intermittent fasting, and that works for some people. But we're going to assume that we want to do blood sugar stabilization instead, which is consistent eating throughout the day, especially if you're an athlete. That is what I think we've seen has the most success long term. So we're going to divide by 5, and that would be 380 calories or 381 calories a meal if you have 5 meals a day.
Which I don't.
Which you don't.
Yeah.
How many times are you eating?
Like twice, but I'll snack something in between, but like something healthy, you know.
Yeah, but like, okay, how many times are you putting something into your mouth?
Probably 5 times.
Oh, so you are eating 5 times a day. Oh, okay. So you're eating 5 times a day, but you're thinking of it differently. You're thinking of snacks and you're thinking of meals. So instead of that, let's think about equal 5 times a day. Okay? So because your body, your metabolism is like a fire, right? What does that mean? Well, okay, what happens if you put like a really big log on a fire? You can smother it and like put it out. So if you eat way too much and like kind of overeat, it's going to suppress your metabolism. Okay, well, what if you don't put anything on and you skip a meal? Well, if you have no fuel on that fire, it's going to go out and you're going to suppress your metabolism. So the best way to keep it fueled and keep it strong is consistent meals. Consistent meals at like a good size, 380 calories, but not 700-800 calories.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay. So
my calories per meal should be 300 calories per meal.
No, almost 400, 380.
400, okay, yeah.
Okay, but this is when you're not exercising. So you just said you did like a amazing spin class today or something?
Amazing, hard.
It's hard. Hot spin. Okay.
Spin.
So, and it was an hour long?
45 minutes.
45 minutes. Okay, so on average, like everyone's different, but on average, let's say you burn 250 calories an hour. Okay?
Yeah.
So, and if let's say you do this amazing spin class every day, this week you started the spin class, let's say you've never done it before, you're going to burn a lot of calories. But in a month, in 2 months, your body's like getting used to it, and so you're not going to burn as many calories.
Okay.
So that's why you have to change the time, the duration, right? The intensity, and then the type of cardio that you're doing. And same thing with your workout. So if you're going to be lifting weights today, and then, you know, 5 weeks from now, you got to change it up.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to assume that it's 250 calories a hour, and so for you, you're doing 45 minutes of cardio, so that's 187 calories. So you can either not account for those calories, but you have to be careful because you might be extra hungry, or you account for it by adding it back in. So we subtracted 500 calories to get you to lose a pound a week. So now we're going to add in the exercise calories, 187.
Right. Look at you go.
Which is about 40 calories a meal.
Okay.
So that means you're going to be having 420 calories a meal instead of 380 when you exercise for 45 minutes.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
So 420 calories with exercise. Okay. Surfing is more of a interval training, right? Because
Yeah.
you're like going like today. Like
Well,
the
I'm paddling, so I'm paddling the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I'm not sitting on my ass.
You're
doing
not sitting
nothing.
on your. Are you
Uh-uh.
like stand-up paddling?
Yeah, I catch waves that way.
Okay. Oh, so you're one of those people who just like clobbers all the people who paddle
I'm
with
hitting
their
you
arm.
yet.
So basically, you don't have a chance when you surf with Neil. So that's great, but like, how long have you been surfing?
Disregard that statement, by the way. What's that?
How long have you been surfing?
How many years?
Yeah, like your whole life.
40 of my
40
life,
years.
yeah.
Okay. So when you first started, it was way harder than it is now.
Yeah.
So like me, I haven't surfed in like a year or
Yeah,
more because I had
yeah.
a baby, right? So it's been like 15 months at least. So because of that, like if I went out surfing, I'd be like sucking wind and I'd be like, my arms are gonna fall off. But you're like, I got this. I'm a total pro.
Piece of cake.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not gonna burn as many calories.
Right.
So maybe you surf. How long do you surf for
So
usually?
about an hour, maybe 2 hours tops.
Okay, so maybe 2 hours tops. So what I would do is I would never be like, oh, I worked out for 2 hours. I
Right.
get to eat 500 more calories.
Right.
No, you want to be conservative because that's something that you do a lot,
Yeah,
right? And
yeah.
so, okay, I'm gonna say
So I wanna
I'll
do-
credit myself 250, and that's it.
I want to do exercises that I don't do and that I haven't done before.
That's right.
Something brand spanking
Yeah,
new.
that's you're gonna burn the most calories. So if you
Yeah.
like don't ever ride a bike,
I have a bike.
yeah.
Yeah.
So or if you're like. And also, stationary bike is not the same thing as mountain biking. Like,
Right,
let's
right.
say you don't ever mountain bike, and you go mountain biking, and you're like, "Wow, I'm sucking wind." Or
Right,
like, let's
right.
say you paddle and you like have swam, but you don't actually do like ocean swimming or
Yeah.
like lap swimming, and even
Yeah.
those two are different exercises, right?
What weight should I be? I'm 6'3". So what? Oh, 6'2" or 6'2", whatever. What weight should I be? Is like a.
Well, again, it's not about weight; it's about body fat
Okay.
and body composition.
Oh, so body going back to here.
Yeah. So,
So
right
I need
now
to-
you're
I-
at fair.
I'm down the I'm in the bottom of the list.
Yeah, that's right. You're at
I need to
fair.
move.
You need
Okay,
to
so
get
it's
to
that
average.
list I got to worry about.
That's right. So it's not even about. It's not necessarily about like how much you weigh.
Yeah.
Because there's people who are super lean, and if you were just to look at the scale, you'd think they're fat, right?
Right,
like one of
right.
our trainers, I happen to know. His name's Bo. He weighs in the 200s, right?
Right.
But he's super lean, and
Right.
so if you were just to put him on the scale, you might be like, oh wow,
Yeah.
you're fat, but like
Yeah.
he's not. He's very
No,
lean,
right,
right?
right.
So for you, this is saying lose 10 pounds of fat mass. So that would be 190. You're at 206, so you'd be
Yeah.
at 196.
That'd be cool.
And what we care more about
That.
is this. So you're gonna do your homework.
Yeah.
You're gonna track your calories. Get
I'm
an
gonna take a
app.
picture of that right
Take
now.
a picture of that to
Yeah.
motivate you, and then you're gonna
Right.
come back in 3 weeks.
Okay.
And we're gonna do this
3
again
weeks, okay.
and see how you do.
And this is gonna be on YouTube, so check it
Awesome.
out on YouTube, and you can do.
Excellent.
I'll send it to you on YouTube, and you can do whatever the heck you want to do with
Check us out at Santa Cruz Core. Thanks, Neil.
it. You're welcome. Thank you, guys.